a little bit different than normal reads. Channeled reads are things that I pull down from wherever the yawns come from. I am so sorry. I'm not sorry. I mean, I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. So that was 3 for those y'all that are counting. But you are so sweet, guys. With channeled reads, I will give you the information that comes to me when I concentrate, when I pull it down for you. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes it will be colors, sometimes it'll be sounds, sometimes it will be names, it will be anything, okay? Write them down. Sorry, I'm making sure I got my list up. What the fuck? 5, 4, 5? I don't know. Write them down. Give yourself a little space in between each one. Go to Google and put spiritual meaning of blah, 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 blah. You'll get your message that way. My channel reads work a little different than other people's do. And I will say sometimes they do turn into a little bit of a mediumship read. Okay? So the first one I have is Miss Kathy Mizell. Trying to get this where I can fix the things. Holy shit. Y'all, I slept like almost 11, well, almost 12 hours last night. I'm not yawning. All right, Miss Kathy. So the first thing that I see is like a blue bowl, but the thing is it's wooden. I almost feel like it's a toy boat with no top. I don't know if that makes sense or not. It's a bowl. It's like a real deep blue like this. It's wood and it's older. So what I would say would be to write down blue, wood. It's a boat. It's a boat. I was going to say bowl, but it's not. It's a boat. So you know, like they're about this big. I think it probably has just a little, it's almost like a tugboat. Okay, as soon as I said tugboat, then I see a big daisy over it. So, all those things, tugboat, daisy. It's funny, when I concentrate on the daisy, it's like the energy just goes, I can't do this. This has got to stop. No more. So it also pulls my eyes down like that. When I'm doing channeled reads and I feel my eyes get pulled a certain direction, I pay attention to what direction they're getting pulled. So something has your energy off balance and it's draining it completely, Kathy. I'm going to say that it's something out of your control too. So here's what I would recommend. I would recommend just going and getting a physical. So thank you for the owl, love. I don't think anything's wrong. I think that you just need to go make sure that everything is good to go. Okay. Because whatever this is energetically, that's like pulling your energy down, gone. It's something out of your control. Like you don't know what it is, so you can't fix it. Does that make sense? But it's like it just keeps happening and keeps piling up. And I have a feeling that you've probably been kind of experimenting. Okay, well, I ate better today, or I slept more, or whatever. Oh, hell no. But but I would recommend going and getting a physical. Just going and getting checked out just to make sure everything's okay. I have a feeling it's some little teeny tiny imbalance that they can find with just doing some blood work that is an easy fix. Does that make sense? I would bet it's probably like vitamin D or something like that. It's an easy fix. So, the boat is interesting though, because I kept seeing the boat again. I got hot doing Reiki and I pulled my blanket off and now I'm cold. So here we go. So, does that make a lot of sense, Kathy? Okay. Because I feel like this is just, It's something that you've been experimenting with for a while. Like, okay, well, if I sleep more or if I do this or do that, it's not anything like that. So, like I said, I would just recommend going and getting a checkup and having them do some blood work because it's an easy fix. It's not anything to worry about. Okay? So, like, don't stress out. So, I know sometimes, guys, when somebody tells you something like that, you stress out. Don't stress out, though, okay? Seriously. All right, Miss Barbara Troughton. So some of these are from last week a couple weeks ago where I had to tap out because I really my energy hit the deck. I cannot with myself. Stop. But just know, guys, as I get through all of these, they are on YouTube. You get to see my side profile a lot this evening. But your dad used to build wooden ship models. Okay, was there a blue tugboat? This is a real old one. Like, it's really old. But these are on YouTube for you guys to watch later, just so you guys know. All right, Miss Barbara Troughton, are you ready? I'm going to refresh my list and see. Thank you, Teresa. How are you, love? All right, Miss Barb. The first thing I see with yours is, I want to say purple, but it's like not quite magenta, but not quite purple. I can't put my finger on what color it is. You know what I'm talking about, though. It's like, we're just going to say magenta, but it's more of the purple magenta. Thank you for the feathers, love. But it's, I'm going to say satin because I can actually feel it. And it's like it flows like this. Yeah, it's satin. But what's funny is I keep feeling it like this, flowing down over my face like that. It's almost like if you had satin, you know, a big bolt of satin and it was falling down over your face. I don't know why. It's really cool. So first I would say magenta, and then I would say satin, what those meanings are. Fuchsia might be a better word, yeah. I keep feeling it. It's like I keep feeling it, and I don't want to stop feeling it. I don't know why. So I have a really weird question for you, Barb. When you were little, did you have something that you held on to and you fiddled with, like a blanket or something like that? You know what I mean? You know how kids do that, where they fiddle with something to make them feel better. That's what I feel like I'm doing, is fiddling with that. So I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I feel like. I'm fiddling with something. Or maybe it's something you do now. The top of a blanket, was it satin? Or like the fake satin? You know, those old blankets that have a edging, and it's not satin, but I don't know what you'd call it, but it feels like satin. You know what I'm talking about? Is that what it was? Okay, so as soon as I describe this blanket and as soon as I ask if that's what this was, so there's an older lady standing right here behind me. I'm trying to get more from her because whenever I said the blanket and I went like this and described the blanket, it's kind of like I felt, you know, when you want to laugh, when you want to giggle at something because you're so excited and so happy, but you hold it in, like that's what I feel. So I feel like she has really short, like white curly hair for some reason. Maybe not super short, but she has curly hair, white curly hair. And she has so she has this really great smile, but it's like kind of lopsided a little bit. It's so funny. It's like she smiles like lopsided, and she has like okay, so I have them really bad, but like hers are like really, she has the amazing like laugh lines back out in here. Yeah, she's like lopsided. It's so funny. It's so cute. So why do I feel like it's almost like she keeps shrinking on me? I don't know why, but she keeps getting shorter on me. Was this a joke? Was this like a joke with her? Did she make a joke about shrinking? Because I keep feeling like she's doing that. It's really cute. So, like, she has a great sense of, I almost said sense of humor, but I think she's just funny. I don't think so much that it's like, I don't think it's so much like she tries to be funny. She was just funny. So I was hoping that she would give me a little more than that, but it's almost just like just being happy to be here. So what has changed? Because something has shifted either in your house or around you. She's around a lot more. Like, you used to not feel her at all, and then suddenly she's there a lot. Something has shifted. So whatever has shifted, if I had read for you when I was supposed to, she wouldn't have been able to come through. I don't know what the shift was. But it's like you guys moved something, you brought something into the house, or something shifted. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's interesting. I love how everything happens for a reason, because yeah. So the blanket thing, is that something that, did she give you that blanket? Like, was it a baby blanket? She keeps bringing me back to this. She keeps bringing me back to that, to the satin. So apparently she's making you think about her more with that. It's really, like, I'm probably going to end up doing this most of the night, because it's really calming to me for some reason just to do it. I love this. So, Barb, what I would say is there's something that's shifted. There's something that's changed. It's allowed her to be there more. Nothing bad. I just think it's awesome. Got you. Okay. So did you have a big mental block? Is that what it was? Because this is like an almost overwhelming thing. Like, she's almost overwhelming. Gotcha. I wish I had more of, more of like something specific, but it's more of just this feeling of like just pure happiness in my stomach. Just pure happiness in my stomach. That must have really been a funny joke, because she's still showing me this. Like, she just keeps like doing this. Does that make sense? She thinks it's funny. She thinks it's funny. And then she shows me her, like, she literally shows me her shrinking. It's funny. It's funny to her. She thought that was funny. So, I'm glad that you're happy now. And I'm glad that you forgave her, and I think she is too. I have a feeling that you really need to be paying attention to your dreams. You really need to be paying attention to the things you wake up with, even if it's not a dream specifically about her. Does that make sense? Pay attention to the things that you're dreaming about. She has a hard time communicating here. It's more a feeling in my gut. So here's my question. I feel like there's something there at the end where she had a problem communicating, because it's almost like it's carried over for some reason. So pay attention to the things that you're dreaming about. That's how she's trying to communicate with you. So I hope that helps, Miss Barb. And I'm glad that I read for you tonight and not before. Just saying. I'm just saying. All right, Miss Dana Chavez. So, Dana, with you, the first thing I get is a humongous bright blue ball. And I mean like super bright, almost neon blue ball. And it gets bigger. It started off like this, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, expanding, expanding, expanding. And so as I'm watching it expand, it's almost like it gets to the point where there's a panic, like it's going to explode. But not quite. So this with you, Miss Dana, is something that at first, it's almost like you have something that was, you really worked hard for, you really worked, and you started getting more and more like success. Like this was a good thing. But now it's gotten to the point where it is so big, it's overwhelming you. So here's what I'm going to say about this. You hold the needle to pop the ball. You hold the needle to pop the ball. Like that's literally all you have to do. And just by poking that needle, it's not going to explode on you. It's just barely, it's going to start letting everything out. If you don't let the air out of this ball, Miss Dana, it's going to end up crushing you against the wall. Because you know, it's almost like putting a ball in a room and the ball gets so big and it's pushing against every single thing. You get caught between the ball and the wall, you're going to get squished, and that's what's about to happen. So you need to pop the ball. But I will say, there are going to be people that are not happy about it, because I have a feeling this ball involves more people than you realize. So expect backlash from it, but keep your chin up and don't engage. Don't engage. Because when you let the air out of this ball, it's going to get back down to a manageable size for you. And you are the one that matters. You are the one that owns the fucking ball. Everyone else has just gotten to be a part of it and to play with it. Be selfish. Be selfish with the ball. It's your ball. Okay? I'm serious, Miss Dana. Okay? I'm serious. All right, Miss Serinda Jones. I hope you can sleep more than 3 hours too, Miss Caroline. Hopefully that helped a little bit, sweetheart. All right, Miss Serinda. So the first thing I see with you is a wooden, I thought it was a box, but I think it's a crate. So it's like I'm looking in the crate. It's open on my end, open in the, or closed in the back, but there's like a little slit back there of light coming through. So I'm looking in this crate, and it's very, very light colored wood. I would say probably oak. Maybe lighter than that. But it's almost like this crate is, I feel like this crate was a protective device from whatever this is on the other side. Whatever it is on the back. Because I feel like I'm looking into the crate. There's a little slit of light, but the light has gotten really, really bright. It's almost like you're keeping out something. You're keeping out something that's really, really good. You're afraid of the good for some reason. You feel like this is too good to be true, but you haven't looked at all of the light yet. You can only see the little slit that's coming through the crate. But you're not seeing the big picture. You're not seeing all of it. So you're keeping out this good for no reason. I would recommend adjusting the slit in the back where you can see a little more. Look at the light in a different way. Move yourself, move the crate itself. Whatever this protective mechanism is that you've put in front of you between you and this thing, and I say thing because it's not a person, I think it's just thing. It's really good, and it's only gotten better. And for some reason, okay, are you worried about it drying up? Like, is that what it is? Because I feel like you're afraid of the good aspect of it. So that makes sense to you. The crate, that makes sense to you then. Okay, good. Stop being afraid of it. Stop being afraid of it. I think every business owner right now is afraid of things going, but stop being afraid of it. You're stressing too much about keeping it out, if that makes sense. So don't stress about it. Stop worrying about it. Just move forward. Open the crate. Cool. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm like, I just keep feeling like I need to tell you to open the back of the crate. Open the back of the crate and look at the light in a different way. So yeah, congratulations. That work is amazing. I'm happy. I mean, everybody's always happy when, you know, money is good, work is good. And thank you for waiting patiently and let me read you this evening. All right, Miss Veronica Colarick. I don't know if you're on YouTube or if you'll be watching this later, but yes. Yeah, I think a new vantage point would be great, because that's what I kept feeling like. You just need to look around the side of the crate. All right, Miss Veronica. It's good to see you, Miss Surrenda, my friend. So, Veronica, I don't know what's up with you either, but yours is one too that I feel like didn't need to be read then, that it needs to be read now. Read isn't the right word, but you know what I'm saying. So here's the thing with yours. The first thing I see with yours, it's like nothing. Black. But it's something. This is, I know that probably made no sense when it came out of my face. But it's like, you know, when you see a darkened room, when you look in a room, like the room around me is dark, okay? I know that there are things over there. I know there's shelves. I know there's windows. I know there's a door, but it's dark and I can't see them. But I know they're there. That's the nothing I feel. I hope that made sense. I hope that made better sense. Because I have the feeling that things are being hidden from you. Not by a person. I have a feeling that part of your path is being hidden from you on purpose right now. You had like this beautiful, clear understanding of it. You could see the path going through the woods. It's beautiful. It's bright. Everything, all the sunshine is just trickling down on it. But now it's dark. Like it's been put in a darkened room and you can't see anything about it or around it or anything. It's for a reason, Veronica. It's for a reason. It's funny, as I started to concentrate on the nothingness again, it's like this little bitty red heart just kind of came floating at me like this. There is something on the home front that you need to focus on first. Your path is being paused. Your path is being paused. You have something home-wise that you have to focus on first. And then your path will be illuminated again. So I know that you're stressing out right now because suddenly it's like your path has been shut off. But don't stress too much about it, okay? It will be enlightened for you all over again, I promise. But right now, there's something on the home front that you have to take care of first, okay? And once that's over, your path will be illuminated all over again. I don't know what the little red heart represents, but I saw it again. It's like a little red puffy, you know, the squish things. I don't know what they're called, squishamals or whatever the fuck they're called, something different at every store, but they're like the foam. It's like that, but it's little, but it's a big, thick heart. It's a pink, or not pink, it's red. Big red heart. It just keeps like floating right there. I have the feeling that you know that this, or maybe you've had an inkling that this is a thing, and this other person that's involved with this is not telling you, because I think that they're trying to either save you from it, or they're trying to save your feelings. Like they're trying to be, you know, they're trying to protect you in some way, but you need to just be like, hey, look, like, what's going on? Like, I can feel it. What's going on? That's what I would do. So, all right, Travis, are we ready? I saw that you were in here just a second ago, Travis. Made myself take a deep breath, and then I yawned. I'm like, that defeats the whole purpose of the fucking deep breath. There's the Travis. How are you, love? All right. So, I appreciate you too, Miss Tevin. Thank you. All right. So, Travis, the first thing with you, why do I see a bright neon orange hoodie? First, it was just this crazy, like, neon orange, and then it turned into a hoodie. But the hoodie is flat. Like, I don't see anybody in it. Does that make sense? You know, like if you just laid the hoodie on the bed, it'd be just flat. That's how I see it, but it's upright like this. So it's weird. As I said, the hoodie was just flat, but it was upright like this. It's almost like I could feel something pull like that. So I'm trying not to get too personal, just because we're out here in front of the gods and everybody, but you're really, you've been pulled and been disconnected from some deep part of you. I have a feeling it's a part of you that it's an older part of you that you're happy to let go of, but for some reason, you're angry about it. Like I almost said you're mourning that part, but you're not. You're angry about it being pulled. I don't think you were ready for it to be pulled yet. And there's a really bad frustration there, because you know you can't put it back together. But you know you also have to get over that anger, that you have to deal with that anger. Ooh, that's a big old weight. Okay. Okay, so blue, purple, green, red. As soon as I said you have to get over that anger and the frustration and blah, 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 it was like boop, 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 boop. I saw the colors like that. Blue, purple, green, red. So blue is calm, it's inner peace, it's trusting yourself. Purple is spiritual, it's creativity, it's nostalgia. Green is analytical, it's healing, it's finances. Red is action and passion and movement. So that was just blah. It hit me really quickly. So those colors obviously mean something. They obviously mean something. Um, they are very bright, bold, gem type colors, not muted at all. So here's the thing, Travis. There's still a part of you in the orange hoodie that you need to pull forward. It's still there. That is what's that's where the frustration lies. I think once you're able to pull that part of you, then you can mourn and let go. Guys, anytime we change, anytime we shift, you have to mourn that part of yourself. If you don't, you carry that grief in there and it festers and pops up in a very bad way in an inopportune time. It's just like losing somebody. We were that person for so long that we have to mourn that person. But there's still a part of Travis in the hoodie. It's a little part of Travis, but you're still, part of you is still there, Travis. Whatever the orange hoodie represents for you is the part of you that's still there. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm glad that makes sense. I mean, literally, I see like a little tiny Travis about this big in the hoodie. So, yeah. I hope that helps, and I hope that you can grab the little tiny Travis out of there. So, all right. Miss Marva, you ready? Miss Marva, if you're here, you are welcome so much, Travis, and it's good to see your face. I'm just gonna say, like, air quotes, see your face. So if you guys ever meet Travis in person, he has like the best laugh. I'm just letting you know. He has this huge smile and the best laugh. He came to see me in Atlanta this last year when I was there. So yeah. All right. So, Miss Marva. So, Marva, the first thing, okay, so two things at once, and I'm trying to get this part to stop so I can concentrate. So when I concentrated on you and kind of pulled the message, the energy, whatever down, it's like I saw, felt, and smelt grass, green grass. You know, in the springtime when the grass grows and it's just been cut and you can smell the grass and you can see it and it's this beautiful bright green and you can like run your hand over it, you know, in the yard and feel it. It's like that. And I can smell it and I can everything. But then I swear to God, it's almost like I got hit in the top of the head. Not really the top. It's like inside, like if you went straight down here and straight in the back. So what's up, Miss Marva? Because like that hit me really hard. And if that's not where my normal headaches hit, so I know it's not mine. And as soon as I mentioned it, it stops. As soon as I said, okay, let me get that out of the way so I can concentrate. As soon as I acknowledged that it was there, it stopped. So that's another way I know it's not mine. So I don't know if you've been having those headaches lately or what's going on with it, but that's a weird headache, girl. And here's what I'm going to say. With the headache, you're really, I don't usually do a lot of health shit, but you're really over worrying about it. And it's something small. It's either the way you're sleeping or I want to say you're doing too much of something, either eating too much of something or whatever. But you've got, I have a feeling it's the way you're sleeping. I have a feeling it's the way you're sleeping. Change your pillow and shift the way you sleep and see if that doesn't help. So now let's talk about the grass. So it's funny when I mention the grass and I'm talking about the grass and I'm feeling it and I'm smelling it and everything. It's almost like I'm laying my face on it and I'm looking out across it. You know, when you're a little kid and you're not worried about chiggers or anything like that. So you get down in the grass and you're looking over the edge of it. That's how I feel. That's what I'm doing, is looking out like that. But it's almost like I can see forever looking across this grass. It's so interesting. I almost see, it's almost like seeing mountains in the distance. Like these beautiful mountains are sunny. There's clouds over the top of them. Like literally something you'd see in a movie. It's that pretty. It's that pretty. And I don't think that Miss Marva is here. I almost feel like you're holding yourself back from memories, from thinking about things that were really happy points in your life because you feel guilty about being happy in those points in your life. It's really weird. It's really weird. But here's what I would say. It said that I just joined. I'm so good. I'm in 2 places at once. That's funny. So, Miss Marva, there's some aspect of you that you're holding back. I just want to say, just remember those mountains. Just remember the mountains. Remember, yeah, that. You're holding yourself back from thinking about those things because you feel guilty about it, and it's, you don't need to feel guilty about it. So, yeah. I hope that helps, Miss Marva. Like I said, switch your pillow. Switch your pillow. All right, Miss Legala Wheat. You ready? I'm gonna refresh my list just in case here. Make sure I got everybody. Good night, Miss Karen, honey. All right. Here we go, Miss Legala. So the first thing with you is a really beautiful, deep, it's like deep, dusty rose pink. Does that make sense? It's not a rose, but it's like that color, a deep, dusty pink. You really like colorful stuff because most of your stuff is coming in colors. A lot of times when I'm channeling a read, I can tell your personality a little bit by how many times you yawn, by how the reading comes across. So the first thing that came across is this beautiful, beautiful dusty pink color. And then it's like I got brain fog really bad. Are you having issues concentrating lately? And I don't mean just like, oh, my mind's drifting. Like, this is almost like a break. Like, this whole cloud over your brain. I was concentrating on this, and then suddenly, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, yeah, I was concentrating on this. It's like you have to make yourself pull out of this fog. Like, okay. You're actually worried about it at this point, aren't you? So anytime that happens, I would say to make sure to go get checked out. But I knew that was coming. I was waiting for it. I was like, I can feel it. Little bitch. Sorry. Little bitch yawn. I'm just going to talk to my yawns like that. How about that? So after the pink comes like a cornflower blue. It's funny. And then the cornflower blue actually like reaches out almost like a flower. You know how flower petals bend over? It's almost like that. It reaches out like this down into this really bright, like chartreuse green. You are such an abstract thinker. I wish I could just paint this for you and it would be easier to show you. Because it's like the rose color is like this big circle. And then there's this cornflower blue. And as soon as I said that, it turns into this like long, beautiful thing that has a ball of this chartreuse at the bottom. It's almost like an abstract painting, Miss Legala. So I'm curious. I'm looking at your... Are you a painter? Like, do you paint? Is that why I'm seeing these things the way I'm seeing them? I'm trying to figure out why I'm seeing these things the way I'm seeing them. Because if you're a painter and I'm seeing these things for this reason, then I would say that this fog is a creative block. You quilt. Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. You quilt. So the brain fog then, is it making it to where you're having an issue concentrating? Because I really feel like, because where the brain fog came in with the colors, it feels to me like it's a block, like it's a creative block. Something is going on. I would love to see your quilt sometime. So the colors mean something. Each color means something. So now I'm wondering about, I am stuck on the way that the cornflower blue comes up to a point and down like that. So what I'm wondering is, I have a feeling that there's a pattern out there that you haven't found yet. Maybe it's not a pattern. It's a way to do this certain pattern. You're really interesting. Like, I'm having fun pulling this because it's literally like a puzzle. Your brain works in such loopy ways. And I don't mean like crazy loopy. I mean literally loops. You work in loops. I see why you like quilting, because it's how your brain works. So that's your meditation. So you quilting and you being able to make the loops and do the things is how your brain works. It's your meditation. So it allows your brain to smooth out and turn into this beautiful idea, this beautiful quilt, basically. So you have a very sharp, pointy issue that you're trying to figure out. So in doing this quilt, you're trying to allow yourself to disconnect and figure it out. So let me just say this. The sharp issue that you're dealing with, you need to literally just put it in something for right now. Just put it down for right now. Not the quilt, the issue. Because the issue itself, there's way more to it than you realize. You're only seeing this much of it. And there's all of this. You're only seeing this much of it. It's like you're only seeing the center of the pattern and not the whole pattern. it's something you need to put down and walk away from for a little bit. Also, you don't want that intention, that spiky idea going into that quilt. I don't know what this spiky issue is, but it literally just needs to be parked for a minute. And I have a feeling that the minute you park it, whoever else is involved is going to start asking you about it. And you, I don't know what's up with my bangs tonight. Sorry, guys. Feel free to blame it on me. Seriously. Say, my spiritual advisor told me I needed to just kind of park the issue for a little bit. Seriously. If they have an issue with it, they can talk to me about it. Blame it on me. Because I have a feeling you're being pressured either to make a decision or to do something, say something, whatever. This spiky issue. I don't know what the spiky issue is. But it's like somebody pressuring you to talk about, to make a decision to do something. So, you're not sure what it is. I have a feeling you'll figure it out pretty damn quickly. A lot of times, especially when these things pop up like this, it doesn't take long for the person involved, the other persons involved, to come right out and be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Yeah, I keep burning up and then freezing and then burning up and freezing. It doesn't help that Oklahoma's weather is being stupid as shit right now and it's cold as fuck outside. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, don't be surprised if in the next day or so, I would literally say in the next day or so, you get hit pretty hard with what that issue is. So, don't make any rush decisions with it. Don't let anybody push you into making a decision. Seriously. Okay? And like I said, feel free to blame it on me. Any of you guys, you need to blame it on me, go ahead. Say, my spiritual advisor told me to tell you to fuck off. Or what, whatever you need to tell them, okay? I'm down. I'm down with it. I don't care. I got you. All right? Yeah, I think everywhere's weather is, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm coming to Dallas tomorrow and I see the weather there is like in the 40s too. Like, what the? No. No. So that means I went to Dallas this summer when it was hot as fuck down there. And now I'm going tomorrow and it's cold as fuck. Like, what? What? So, yeah, see? Palm Springs. See? See? This is stupid. Stupid. It's dumb. Dumb. Alrighty. Miss Amanda Gilbert, are you ready? Thank you, Miss Devin. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that here. Thursday, it was beautiful. It was in the 70s, and Friday, the high was 50 here, or 40. I remember. And then it froze this weekend. It's like, what the fuck, man? We need this nice, like this. Like, I need to acclimate. Not just, now you're freezing. Stupid. All right. All right. Miss Amanda, I see you there, girl. All right. Wow, okay. The first thing I saw, I thought they were blue jeans, but they're overalls. Because I was about to say blue jeans. They're like Levi's. Why am I seeing all this denim? So there was like jeans, and then they turned into overalls, and then that turned into a jean jacket. A jean jacket. Levi's jean jacket. And as soon as it turned into a Levi's jean jacket, it's like this feeling came up of like, not the yawn. Like back in the day when jean jackets first became a thing and they were really cool. And everybody wanted the cool Levi's ones, and I ever had the cool Levi's ones. It's like this one was cooler than all of the other ones. This is funny. So I don't understand why I'm seeing all the denim. Hopefully you do. Okay, so the overalls though are They're big. They're big. And for some reason, I'm seeing them flat too. Like they're laid down on a bed. But I mean, they're big. They're big. With them being... Okay. So let me just ask you this, Miss Amanda. With the overalls, does that ring a bell? Does it bring somebody to mind? Because I have a feeling that the overalls represent somebody. So I'm waiting to see if that you recognize that. But the overalls represent somebody. And when I start trying to concentrate on the somebody, it's like this massive barrel-chested guy. Okay, so you know who it is? Okay. Does he have a beard? Like, it's like a reddish brown. I don't know why I keep seeing this reddish brown beard. It's really funny. Because it's... He has a square jaw. Really square jaw. So, with the overalls... It's so funny. He won't let me get past the overalls. And I don't understand why. So I'm like trying to wrap my head around it. Like, okay, what is it with the overalls? So I heard the word lost. And it's not he's lost. You've lost something. It has to do with something of his, but... Okay, I don't understand. So, as I'm concentrating on him, as I'm trying to figure out why I can't get past the overalls, as I'm trying to figure out what's up with the jean jacket, with those things like that. He doesn't want to show me the jean jacket again. He just keeps showing me the overalls. They're flat. Like they're just hanging in there. Flat. And then I heard the word lost. And I feel like as I'm concentrating on it, I feel like I've lost an item, like an actual item that's been misplaced. And it's almost like being obsessed about trying to find it, but not knowing where the hell to look. And then I heard the word under. I can't tell if he's messing with me or if he just is having that hard of a time communicating. Because it's like I can hear his words very plain. When he gets a word to me, it's really loud and really plain. But it's like pulling teeth trying to get a word or anything. So what I'm curious about, Miss Amanda, and I'm kind of waiting to see if you say anything, if you pop up. What I'm curious about with him in particular is his style of communication, or if he hasn't been gone very long. No, I don't think that second one's right at all. Because as soon as it came out of my mouth, it was like, it's not right. He also doesn't really trust people. Like, he's not wanting to tell me a lot. Something is lost, and it's under something else. What's funny is I feel like it's really small. Whatever it is that's lost, it's really small. It's like it got dropped, and it's bounced to the side somewhere. So what it's under... Okay, is that what it is? Is it just his communication style? Okay. What it's... I don't know why this is what I just saw, so I'm just going to share it with you. It's like, okay, so you know when like a bed doesn't have a footboard. I'm not saying it's a bed, but this is just what I'm seeing. And like you have a sheet or a blanket over the edge, and it makes those pretty little like folds around the corner of it. So it could be that, it could be a couch, it could be a table. I don't know what it is, but it's like sea green. Whatever this material is, it's sea green. He keeps showing me this leg, like furniture leg, and then that, and it's sea green. I don't know if that makes sense to you. What's funny is I don't think it does, because I'm seeing it really plainly. He's showing it to me really plainly with the overalls right there, so I know it's him showing it to me. But thank you, love. I don't think that it makes sense yet. And I think when it does make sense, I think that you're probably going to feel a little crazy when it makes sense. He really sets, man, he's like a planner. Like he sets stuff up like dominoes. He sets stuff up like dominoes. Holy cow. Okay. Whatever this green material is, this sea green material is over the edge of the furniture. Thank you, Miss Sass. There's like 3 things that have to happen in between right now and that before that's a thing. He's really an interesting guy. He's really intelligent. So he's always been that guy that's very, very street smart. He's not like the book smart kind of guy. He's very street smart. Like he's very good at putting all these things into place. It's almost like a puzzle. Okay. Okay. All right. So, like I said, there's 3 things that have to be put into place first before whatever this sea green material over the leg of I'm going to say probably a table. Because the way I see the bottom of it, it's the, you know, the old metal foot, like the thing comes down, it tapers down, and there's like the metal foot at the bottom, and it's just flat. Like that's what I see. So I am just going to say this too. Just be careful. Watch your footing. I don't know why, but that's what I felt like I needed to tell you. So I wish that he would just be really straightforward like other people. Like, just tell me these other things. I'd be happy for these other things to happen. Like, I'd like to know those things. But, yeah. The leg is important. Like, the furniture leg is important, and I don't know why. The sea green material is important, and I don't know why. It's not a hospital bed, so there's that, but maybe now that you know, he'll tell you. Maybe he'll come tell you. So I will say that I do know that you have a really interesting gift. And I have a feeling, the wind just picked up. I have a feeling that he's putting these things in place, these dominoes in place for you, almost as a safety mechanism, because when this gift fully manifests, it is going to overwhelm you. I think it's overwhelming you now. So, I promise you're not crazy. Okay? Because you're going to feel like it when it really pops up. You're going to feel like you're crazy. We all do, girl. We all do. I'm just letting you know. Okay? So, when you figure out what this is, I really want to know. I really want to know. Because now it's driving me nuts. Like I want to keep pushing him for information, but I know I have other things I have to do. And if I keep pushing him, I have a feeling that he'll just go nope and shut down. I know he will. There's no like, he might. He gonna shut down. So, that being said, I want to know what the leg is when it happens, when it comes, when you see it, whatever it is. You find out what it is. And I would bet that he's communicating with you a lot more than you realize he is. So, he's stubborn, hard-headed. Gotcha. Well, anyway, I have a feeling that he's probably going to show you where you need to be sooner rather than later, Sweet Pea. I hope that helps. I know that was kind of a weird channeled read that turned into a mediumship read that turned into him being stubborn. But I get it. I get it. Sometimes they don't want to tell me because they don't want everybody else to hear. It's almost like they want you to know, but they don't want me to say it in front of everybody else. So they don't tell me. All right, Miss Teresa Dewsbury, you ready? All right. Just playing with all the things here. Yeah, he's a little stubborn. He's a lot stubborn. But hopefully he'll tell you now that you know he's there. You'll find the right path, I promise. You'll find the right path. All right, Miss Teresa. Hey, girlie. So the first thing I see with you are little bitty tiny turquoise flowers. And they're not real flowers, they're fake. They're like if you had the I don't know, maybe they're not really a lily of the valley, but like little, they're about this big and they're turquoise. And more yawns. I wish I knew what the hell they were called. They're just like little, like 5 petals. I mean, I see them at Hobby Lobby, at Walmart and stuff all the time. These little fake flowers. But they're a really pretty color of turquoise, like a deep turquoise, not bright. It would be funny if they are forget-me-nots and I can't remember the name of them. But I digress. I don't know. It's like I just see one. There's like a big, bundle of them, but I just see one right here in front of me. You've been having deja vu a lot? Because as I'm sitting here focusing on that one flower, it's like I can see that there's either a store or something behind me, words behind the flower. And it's like I realize that I'm having a deja vu moment as I'm looking at the flower. So I'm curious if you've been having a lot of deja vu lately, because I feel like that's exactly what this is. And then with the deja vu, I have another question. Because you need to be writing down the times you have deja vu or recording it or whatever, because as soon as I mentioned, like, I couldn't wait to hear or see if you've been having deja vu, okay, a little bit, because I saw a silver elephant. So those would be the things to start looking up, would be the silver and the elephant. Your kind of interesting dreams that you used to have, I wouldn't really call them clairvoyant because they're different. They're not quite like, oh, I know Uncle Bob's going to get in a car wreck next Friday, whatever. They're not those kind of dreams. Those dreams have shifted into something else lately. And that's why I feel like that was deja vu. And I wanted to ask you about that. It's almost like these dreams are happening in the waking hours now. But only... You've only had like 3 or 4 of these where they like smack you in the face and you just know something, whatever. So you kind of have a few things going on. With you, you have a gift that is shifting. And with this gift that's shifting, I keep coming back to a fucking craft store and it's driving me nuts. Every time I start talking, it's like, whoop, it pops over onto there. What the fuck? Like, this is the weirdest thing. I keep seeing a craft store. It's not Hobby Lobby. But I keep seeing black and white plaid, like material, or a placemat or something. I don't know, but it's driving me nuts. I see the flower, then I see the placemat, I see the people around. I don't know what that is, Teresa, but it's driving me nuts. So there you go. Yeah, it's definitely weird. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, where it just suddenly hits you and you know what's fixing to happen. Okay, I get that. It's gonna start getting more and more and more and more. So if you can, when you have time, or if you have time, you need to be recording these or writing these things down, whether it's on a voice recording, whether it's a memo on your phone, carry a notepad with, whatever it is. You need to start writing these things down, because you're going to have to really trust yourself with some of the things that are going to pop up. Okay? So if you don't I almost said pop yourself. If you don't pop yourself, because I was reading something. If you don't trust yourself, when some of these other things pop up, it's like you know enough to change the outcome of something, but you don't, because you don't trust yourself. So you don't believe that those things are going to happen. So start either voice recording or writing them down, or whatever you need to do, Miss Teresa, okay? Because you've got to build up your confidence in you. You've got to build up your confidence in you so you don't pop yourself. You're welcome, guys. Welcome to the words that don't work tonight. Is what is. Is what is. But Miss Teresa, you're not going crazy in any way, shape, or form. Your gift is just shifting. So just know that that's a thing, that it's shifting. Looking to see here what's going on. Thank you, Miss Kathy Pooh. All right. Yeah, words are stupid. Let's just brain it to each other. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know you want to brain it to people. I'm glad that the words worked good for you. They are not my friends most days, and it is what it is. It is what it is. This stupid yawn shit has stopped. All right, Miss Jennifer Goodway, you ready? So I saw 2 things at once with yours. There was a white swan, and then there's like a pinafore. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little lace, just the skirt. Like, I can't really describe to you what a pinafore is either. I haven't even thought of that word in forever. My grandma used to say it all the time. But it's like the white swan, and then I saw this beautiful lacy skirt at the same time. When I say lace, it's like white with the lace around the bottom. There we go. You're welcome, Miss Teresa, honey. Yeah, the pinafore, it like goes over clothes, yeah. So what the fuck? Stop. It's so funny. All I keep seeing is the swan over and over and over. And it's like a picture of a swan on a cartoon or something, where the swan has this beautiful neck that's graceful like this, and it has the black face and the thing. It's got a little crown. So I don't know if this is the ugly duckling. I don't know what this is, but the swan, I keep seeing it. And like I said, it is a still shot. So I don't know if this is something that you had growing up. I don't know if this is a movie you watched all the time with somebody. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but I just keep seeing the fucking swan. Like, okay, I've acknowledged the swan. I've described the swan. Why do I just keep seeing the swan? Like, it's killing me. I was hoping that Jennifer was here so I could ask her about a couple of these things. Okay. All of these things I'm seeing now are like very nostalgic older things. Like I just saw a metal lunchbox. Okay. I swear my son's dog just sounded like a sumo wrestler jumping off my bed. I know y'all heard that. Damn. The whole floor shook. Lunchbox. Then there's an apple. Then there's an orange. There's a banana. Okay. All right. All right. All right. That's better. I know you guys are like, why are you thinking about fruit? Each one of those fruits means something. So when it comes to a channeled read, and I finally pulled that information, somebody's withholding information from you. I'm just going to say that spiritually, one of your guides or somebody is withholding information from you. And as soon as I got those fruits like that, I was like, okay, you're withholding information. Because it was like pulling fucking teeth to get that shit. And that's not cool. So you need to have a serious talk with a spirit guide or something, because that's not acceptable. No, not acceptable. So, yeah, not acceptable. But go through and look up what those things mean. The lunchbox is the first one. And apple, orange, banana. I mean, I can tell you that bananas represent the masculine, divine masculine, etc. But it's so funny. It's like I saw the lunchbox and the apple was next to it on a table, and then the orange was here in space, and then the banana's underneath it. It's weird. So it's like they come down like that. It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. So, you know how I said with the pinafore, there was like the lace at the bottom? So the lace is like keyhole lace. And it's square. Got the square keyhole in it. And then I see an older, I would say mid 50s, but only because of the fintail car. And it's like the white, you know how I had the white stripe in the middle? And then it's, I'm going to say probably blue, really pale baby blue. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really horrible fake Blue Bodhi accounts going around right now. It's bad. All right, Miss Kathy, I know that you said you wanted to donate yours, your second one. So I'll think about that here in a second. So I'm going to do Miss Tashana's, and then I'm going to take a pee break real quick because I'm about to die. So, Miss Tashana. Yeah, the temperature dropped outside. I can feel it. I'm like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Well, good night, John. Have a good evening, love. All right, Miss Tashana. All right, well, let me go, and then I'll be right back, and then I'll do Tashana's. Because, you know, I don't want to die. Yes, you are seeing clown figurines on the shelves. Right there. Yeah, that would be one. That is a Kachina doll, and that one is a Kachina doll. So yeah, but yes, that one up there is a clown. All right, Miss Tashana, you ready? So I will say, guys, I'm probably gonna do Tashana's, and then I might move the rest of you guys to either Tuesday night or Tuesday day, because I'm getting over a really gnarly migraine, and I can feel myself overdoing it. Does that make sense? And I want to make sure that I give you guys the best read that I can give you. So Shauna's like, great, so you're gonna do mine last. All right. So when I went back through New Mexico, on my way to Vegas, or on the way home from Vegas, I found a place that had a whole bunch of Kachina dolls. I've been looking for one, and yeah. Thank you, love. There's a lot of people right now pretending to be me, guys. So if you have a me come and tell you, like, they want to give you a reading and stuff, just know it is not me. I had somebody point out that there was a Blue Bodie 53 that was a friend of mine on Facebook that knows me personally. And so she was like, I think I was just talking to you on TikTok or whatever. I was like, you were not. There are so many new me's out there, guys. Just please report all of them. Please. Please, please, please. I only have the Blue Bodie 2 TOO. That's it. That's me. That's it. So, yeah. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, Mr. Shauna, you ready? Well, yeah, if it's my name and then 61, that is not me. It's not me. Yeah, I wish that they would let us get verified, but they won't. Like, trying to get verified on TikTok is like pulling fucking teeth. And like, I actually have the Blue Bodie trademarked. I have paid the money and I have got it fucking trademarked, and they still won't verify anything. I don't understand. I don't understand. It is what it is. So, it is what it is. I reported a whole bunch of them earlier, so hopefully. And I blocked them all too. So anyway, all right, Miss Tashana. It's funny, I've been holding this the whole time I've been doing readings for the most part. So this is a chevron amethyst. And as soon as I started trying to tap into yours to do yours, I felt like I needed to put it down. And it was weird because I've been playing with it the whole time. And now I'm like, I just need to put it down. So, it's so weird. So with yours, Tashana, the first thing I saw was like, I thought at first it was like a steel bowl, like a really shallow steel bowl like that. But I don't think it is, because as I was looking at it, it went from like a black steel to almost like dirt. I don't know how else to explain it. But then there's like smoke or a fog rolling on top of it. So I think that at first it probably was that bowl. And then it turned into something else. It turned into a place. And as I'm looking at this place, it's like I see you trudging through this dirt. Like, just not, it's not high, but you know what I mean? Just like walking through it, like trudging through it. And you're coming like towards me. I'm not watching you walk a different way. I'm watching you come this way. And what's funny is I watch you look around, and then you literally turn and focus yourself right back on the path in front of you. You know, it's like, you know, there are all these other paths out there, but for some reason you can't get off of this one. You can't force yourself to get off of this one. Like, you just keep walking this straight line and you don't want to veer off the path for some reason. But the thing is, you don't need to be on the path that you're on anymore. You don't need to be on this straight line anymore. But it's old and comfortable and you don't want to get off of this. You don't want to get off of it. So the problem is in continuing to walk that straight line and continuing to stay on that path. You're keeping yourself in that fog, in that dirt. So when you look up and you see these other paths, they look like they're far off because all of this dirt and this fog is covering them. You're literally going to have to throw yourself to the side to make you get off of this path. Because you've been on it so long, it's like you're in a rut. You're in a track, in a rut, and you can't get off of it. So even if you were to just try to take a step this way or that way, you're going to go right back into it. You're going to have to literally rock the boat so hard that you throw yourself into another path. And here's the thing, you're going to have to do it pretty quickly because, as I said, there was a rut. It's like, at first, it was just this bowl like this, right, that you're just walking through the middle of it. But these sides are going like this. So the rut's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So if you don't throw yourself to one side or the other, and I keep feeling like it's this side, right, this is my right, the right side. You don't throw yourself to one side or another. You're going to just go so far down into that rut that you can't even see the top. You can't even see the sky anymore. And it's going to just swallow you up. I know that you know you have a really interesting path in this life. And you and I have talked about these things a couple of times. This rut is deeper than you realize, though. It's deeper than you realize. I think that it's something that you've been in for a long time, and I think you're already getting to the point where it's pretty deep. I keep seeing spots of purple on it, and I do know what the purple is. As soon as I about said, I don't know what the purple is, I know what the purple is. You've been getting messages and warning signs, and I say warning signs, but they're not really warning signs. It's just like these flags, like, hey, 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 hey. You've been getting these messages, and you've been getting these signs, and you've been getting, I have a feeling, probably a lot of purple things popping up. Just little zaps that hit you. Little zaps that hit you. That you know instantly, okay, that was weird. That's a sign. That's a sign. I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention. You have somebody that's really pushing you to get out of the rut, to do something different. And I have a feeling that you have felt this person around a lot lately, out of nowhere. So, yeah, I have a feeling you have felt this person out of nowhere a lot lately. So you have, does the purple ring a bell? Because I just keep seeing the purple spots everywhere. Over, like, over the rut. that I'm seeing. I see the purple spots everywhere. And the smells. Okay. All right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Good. I was hoping that you did, but if not, I knew you would after tomorrow or the next day or whatever when you did notice. Because a lot of times we don't notice things. It's just like we never think anybody has the same car we have until we get that car. And then we're like, oh my God, everybody has this fucking car. Because we don't notice it until it's on our radar. So I'm glad that you knew what I was talking about when I said the purple. I'm glad you knew what I was talking about. So I think it's even funnier that I felt like I needed to put the purple amethyst down. So I'm glad that that made sense to you. Gotcha. I'm glad that you knew exactly what I was talking about. I'm glad you knew exactly what I was talking about with the zaps of like, I cannot with myself. Well, with that, y'all, I know that I still have a few of you guys to do, so I'm just going to move you to probably Tuesday afternoon, and I'll put it on YouTube so you guys will have it. Yeah. Because I'm overdoing myself, and I have to go to Dallas in the morning, so that ride is not going to be fun with a migraine me. So really feel like you have to leave Florida. I can see that. I can see that. Thank you, Miss Karen. I know that I saw you on here, so yeah, I will just move you guys to Tuesday afternoon. I have to go to Dallas tomorrow morning early, and then I'll be back early Tuesday to open the shop. So yeah, Tuesday night should be interesting too. All the things. So yeah. All right, guys. Smells right in your face. Gotta love that. So YouTube, I'm going to close you guys, and I hope you guys have a good